Hello fellow Flosstubers, welcome to my channel, North of the Border Stitcher. This is the third time I've taped this video and hopefully my phone will cooperate with me this time. I would like to welcome you all. I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel, those who are in the States and those of you here in Canada that have introduced me and welcomed me to Canada and to being a cross stitcher here. I want to say a big thank you to Annie, the proper stitcher. She had mentioned me on her Flosstube a few weeks ago, and that has brought a lot of attention to my site, and I truly appreciate that, Annie. Thank you very much. I've been finding lots of, like I said, Flosstubers from Canada. I haven't checked into anybody's sites yet, but as I do, I will be happy to mention a few of you too here in mine. I want to show you my finally finished objects. The only finally finished that I have this week. I mentioned last week that I got notice that I could pick up my framed piece of art, and here it is. There's no place like home. Oh, that big old thing in there. Okay, so there it is. I love the banner and the stars at the top. I think I worked on this for like over 10 years. I would take it along with me on vacations, and I would stitch in the car and you know, wherever we were staying. So anyway, that's my final finished object. I need to hang that up. Don't want to have too many things framed at the framers, which is why I look for frames when I go to thrift shops and things like that. So that's the only full finished thing that I have this week. I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about me and some of the things that I do. I think I mentioned my friend Shirley last week or the week before. She helped me make that quilt with the burgundy sashing, and that's a sampler quilt. There are 25 different squares in that, and so she taught me how to do that. And then friends, a bunch of friends, we all got together and we hand quilted that. And so I don't even put it on my bed because I don't want to get grease and dirt on it. I don't want to, you know, and so it's just a showpiece, but I don't know that I'll ever hand quilt another project. But Shirley also taught me how to do paper piecing. And this is the first project we did. These are little snowmen. There's 4 of them. And that was a lot of fun. I liked seeing the picture come together as you sew the little pieces together. It was very interesting. And then the second one we did was one for Valentine's Day. And then I just added a few little buttons here and there. So those are the only paper pieced projects I've done so far. Oh, but I am getting ready to start a strip. I shouldn't even talk about these things unless I know exactly what I wanted to say. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, as we go along, I would like to show you a few things that I've done, some more cross-stitch projects that I finished that I need to frame. Because if I show them to you, then at some point I need to finish them. So this is just a little alphabet sampler I finished back in 2008. This I also did in 2008. Grow Old With Me, The Best Is Yet To Be. I love this one because it's got fall colors in it. I love fall and fall colors. You don't get too many colors here in Alberta. It's like yellow and then they're brown and they fall off. Anyway, A Savior Is Born Unto You. So this is a Christmas one. I seem to like projects that will fit nicely into 5x7 frames if I choose to put them in frames. And I buy 5x7 frames all the time. So, without further ado, I will now show you what my WIPs are. I just heard my husband come in the door. So, hopefully I can do this. All right. The first one is my Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery. This is the first one I've ever done on linen. I enjoy it very much. It's a sage color. I don't remember what linen it is right now. And I finished the pumpkins there at the bottom. And now I've started working on the top left. So this is the bottom left of the picture. And I'm working on the top left. So just started into that. So I haven't worked on that too much this week, but some. All right. This one I worked on a lot. This is my temperature tree by the Stitchin' Mommy. I'll show you the picture here again. All right. There's a branch for each month of the year, and then you stitch the high temperature of the day. So far I have the branches from January to June stitched, and that's how my tree is looking so far. This is fun to do, and this is just being stitched on 14 count white Aida. My next WIP is my Liberty by Liberty House Needleworks, and I want to show you. I put it in my in a bag I made that I think is kind of colonial looking. Isn't that cute? So this is Little House Needleworks, Liberty 1776. My little needle minder that I made that says I love America. And so my Liberty, I didn't work a lot on that this week either. I did the stitching along the tops of the letters, which is in a different color than the letters themselves. And this is on a putty Davos fabric. Okay, so those are my works in progress, and I have a new start. I started my Milk and Cream Company by Plum Street Sampler. And this one I like and had to start because it's got a cow on it. And here's how far I am. The grass down here at the bottom is supposed to be a Colorworks thread called Joshua Tree, but I didn't have that, and so I started to use wasabi. Here it is. But wasabi is like very light green. It reminded me of a celery color, and I don't think grass should look like celery if it's going to be healthy. So I'm going to use maybe some of these DMC colors and then blend it with the wasabi to make the grass a little bit darker if I don't find the color that it calls for. So, and that I'm working on 16 count Aida French lace again. Okay. Works in progress, quilting. I showed you this the other week, but I'll show it to you again, because now I have 16 rows sewn together. This is my Scrabble quilt that has all our names, children, grandchildren. Calvin has 7 children, I have 7 children, and then lots of people. So 61 names. I've got 16 rows sewn together. That's been fun watching that come together. And then I use squares that were out of old shirts. And since I had a bunch of letters left over, I decided that I would make a couple WIP bags. So this one's for me. This one I made, and okay, my WIP bags are not professional. They're made out of recycled materials that I found, except for the vinyl, of course. So this one is, I think this used to be a curtain. I got it at a thrift store. And then this is a blue shirt, and this is a reclaimed zipper. So this one I want to give away when I get to 1,000 subscribers on my channel. So, and I might make a few more of those too. So anyway, there's a couple whip bags that I've made out of my leftover letters. My thimble quilt, which uses the 10-inch size thimble, I've got 8 rows sewn together now, so I'm just about ready to start sewing the rows together in that. And I did not yet start the quilt that I talked about last week, but I'm still thinking about it. New projects. I don't have any new haul this week. I think I got some last week, but I showed it to you when I picked it up Monday and then did my video Monday afternoon. I do have a card from the post office, so I know that something's waiting for me. So I can go tomorrow and pick up whatever new stuff is coming. New projects that I'm getting ready to start is my 12 Days of Christmas, which came out of the McCall's 1983. I've gathered my floss together, and my friend Shirley, between the two of us, we've come up with most of the colors. And Shirley has gifted me some Aida cloth. I went over there to look today, and she has got a lot of cloth. So she gave me some 18 count Aida, which I'm going to dye. And she also gave me some 32 count linen. This is beautiful. So I might dye some of that as well. But the Aida is for the Christmas project. And the next new project that I'm starting that I wanted to let you all know about is a stitch along that I am hosting, and it's starting June 1st. And somebody on the Canadian Cross Stitch Facebook page had put a picture up of a cross stitch that she just finished, and it was beautiful. And so I said, ooh, I want to make that. Why don't we just have a stitch along? And this is what it is. It's O Canada by Cooler Designs. And so I posted on, I now have a Facebook page, North of the Border Stitcher, and an Instagram page, North of the Border Stitcher. And so it just tells you that if you go to coolerdesigns.com, you can download this pattern. I think it's less than $8. It downloads into 6 different charts. And so this said it was done on wheat straw Aida, 14 count. And if you do it on 14 count, it's like 18 inches wide by 7 inches tall. It's big. It's big. And so I'm excited to start that because I know that a lot of my Canadian friends are interested in doing that along with me. And I'm going to start June 1st. You can start before June 1st. You can start after June 1st. I want to work on mine through the summer and hopefully have it done by Labor Day. If you want to do yours by Christmas, if you want to do it by next year on July 1st, you can do that too. So anyway, that's going to start June 1st, so you can download your pattern and get your fabric and your floss together, and we can start that and have fun stitching that together and seeing how we're doing with our progress. So here's part of what, it's a nice big chart, and it calls for all DMC floss, so there's no special over dyes or anything like that you need. This is a piece of fabric that I dyed last week. It's just got a little bit of modeling in it. I actually went to the page Hand Dyeing Cross Stitch Fabric by Stitching with Brenda. I'll put that down in the notes. And she shows 2 different methods of how she dyes her fabric. And so I'm not sure if I want to use this or if I'm gonna try with something else that I'm dyeing. I might do that tomorrow, the dyeing. But my friend Shirley that I told you about, she's so wonderful. She also gave me, this is a blue, like a grayish blue. It's not coming across that way. But she gave me that, and I also she gave me some green. This is a nice sage green. And this real tiny little piece that I'm going to do something with. but I don't know what yet. Anyway, so that's all of that. Used haul. I got some stickers this week at my thrift shop. 4 pages of nice little flower stickers to put on my calendar for every day that I stitch. 25 cents. Okay, there you go. Fine stickers. And I also got a frame. Like, I love this frame. I kind of like the picture, but the frame interests me more. So it's this beautiful frame. It's got a little bit of dental, and it's got glass. And I got this frame for $10, and the inside is like 16 by 20. And so I plan to use that frame to, you know, finish another project in the future. And I have some other frames that I've bought too. So that's my repurposed haul. As far as freebies, because every time I'm on I mention freebies, I was watching a video, Flosstube by Susie Reno. Flosstube, or Reno, R-E-N-O, Susie Reno, Flosstube number 22. She mentioned that countryliving.com has a free pattern in every magazine. And she had been talking about a ball jar. And so I went on there. So if you go on to countryliving.com, they have these freebies. I just want to show you some of them. Like, I printed off a ton of them. I need to buy more ink when I go to Walmart tomorrow. There was a pumpkin. Pumpkins in a barn. There's a pumpkin. Weather vane. I have cats. Oh, here's a chicken. Cats. Pumpkin. There's a log cabin. Can't really tell. Here's a ball jar that's cross-stitched. Anyway, so those are the freebies for this week. Just go to countryliving.com. Here's Country Living. And you can download all kinds of new freebies. So, all right. Well, I kind of went through that fairly quickly today because I never know when my phone might shut off on me again. Thank you for joining me. Like I say, if you want to join the Stitch Along, it's going to start next Tuesday, June 1st, and I'm going to have it as hashtag O Canada SAL for Stitch Along. So, thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful week of stitching, and I will see you next week. Bye.